Hello, guys. Welcome to Rezo Edge VFX. I'm your host, John Aheri, and today we're going to be going through basic modeling in Blender. All right, for a new beginner in Blender, you just open Blender for the first time. This is how you at least get used to the interface by modeling something. All right, so we're going to be modeling something very basic, a plastic bottle, and that is going to help you to at least get yourself acquainted with the environment of Blender and start off on a very nice note. Okay, so let's not waste more time and let's get to it immediately. All right, guys, welcome to Blender. So I'm using Blender 4.1.1. All right, and so once you open Blender, this will be the first thing you will notice. We have a default cube. So this is just for Blender beginners, and this is going to show you the basics of modeling. So we're going to be modeling something very basic to help you understand at least the basics of modeling on a fundamental level. So in this interface, these are all the different interfaces of Blender. These are all the things you see. So we need to model a bottle, okay, a plastic bottle, something simple like that. So it means that we're going to delete this default cube, okay. So click on X on your keyboard, click on X, and you see delete pops up, and you press delete, click on delete, it disappears. Good. Then for you to model a water bottle, we need to have a reference image of the water bottle brought into the scene. Okay, so by the way, how you move around in Blender is you can click your middle mouse button and you move around, and you move around the scene by clicking your middle mouse button to move around. All right, and if you hold shift and hold shift and drag your middle mouse button around, it pans around your scene. And if you you scroll your middle mouse button, you can go in and come out. Good. And to select in Blender, you just left click to select in Blender. Fantastic. Then for us to model, we need to bring in a reference picture of our water bottle. So you go to add, you look at these things here. These are where this add is where you bring in different things into your scenes, okay, at least geometries into your scenes. So you go down here, you go to image, and you go to reference image. So we need to model out of a reference, not just from the top of our head. Okay, so you click on reference, and we have to go and locate my water bottle. All right, so you go to where your image of a water bottle is. You should have downloaded that before now. So you go to the image of a plastic bottle, plastic bottle, select it, load that. Well, by the way, before you do that, you see it's aligned in a very weird angle. So I'm going to press X again and delete it. So before you do that, please place your angle in a very good position. By pressing 1 on your keyboard, 1, you can go into the front orthographic mode. Okay, you can see where the road is front orthographic mode. 3 gives you the right orthographic mode, and control 3 gives you the left orthographic mode. Okay, so I just want to face the front and start modeling from the front. So I'll press 1, go to the front orthographic mode. Okay, and at this mode, whenever you import a reference, it comes in flat. All right, and you can come out and see the reference as a flat image here. Okay, good. So let's go back to the right view and now go back to add and image reference, and select the plastic bottle, load image reference. This is what you select. Okay, good. Now it comes in a better orientation. You can see now, right? Good. So for us to move this thing around, we need to change these gizmos. These things actually are gizmos. They help you to move around your scene, to navigate your geometry around the scene. So this helps you to either go up or left or right, or you go inside and outside. By the way, I press escape and leave everything to reset back. Okay, so this helps you to rotate your scene, rotates all the kind of rotation. This helps you do that, and this helps you to scale on the x-axis on the z-axis or on the y-axis. You can scale, but this is a flat surface, so it will scale on y-axis. Whereas this combines all the gizmos all together, so I love to use this so I can actually select and do whatever I want without going back and forth here. Okay, so this is a water bottle, so we'll just move it back a bit. All right, and we need to model by looking at this. Okay, fantastic. So for us to model, the principle of modeling I want to teach you guys is, before you model anything, ask yourself what is the closest shape that resembles this water bottle. So like I said, you go to add is where you bring in different shapes. You go to mesh, we can only model from these shapes. Okay, it's either a quad sphere, a plane, a cube, a circle. UV sphere is just like a normal sphere with lots of geometries. An icosphere is a sphere that has no less geometries. A cylinder, cone, torus, grid, and a monkey head. Okay, so what shape closely looks like this water bottle we're looking at here? And if you ask me, I'll say is a cylinder. Okay, so we'll start modeling from the shape that looks more like it, which is a cylinder. All right, now you notice that when you bring it in, it goes below the grid, so you pull it back up. All right, good. Now you can model by pressing the front view, okay, and make this to align to the base of this Now for you to see through this, you need to be looking at this while modeling. That's why this is a reference. Okay, you need to go up here. You see this is called an x-ray button. Okay, press this while selecting your geometry and you can see through it right now. Okay, good. So we need to press scale to scale these objects down by pressing S, not X, S. Then bring it down, drag your mouse down, good, and just make it fit to the width of this and just align it. Okay, you're trying to use this as a reference, so align it to the size. Okay, fantastic. And if you hold shift, you can move it a little bit smaller to get the minute details. Then bring this down. All right, so align all this to the base. By the way, make sure it's the same width. Okay, I think it's the same thing. So now you click on tab on your keyboard. Okay, tab gives you options and you go to edit. This is where you edit the geometry. Okay, click on edit to edit the geometry. But first of all, you need to change there are three things you can select while editing a geometry. One is the vertices. These points are called vertices. Okay, and the other ones you select them from here. Other ones are called faces, simple faces. Then these are called these ones are called edges. You select edges by selecting those ones. Then this one is called faces, so you select faces by selecting this ones. Fantastic. So we need to delete this face because this bottle doesn't have, is a hollow bottle, right? So we need to select this face and always delete by pressing X. Okay, or delete your keyboard, either way it works. Press X and ask you what do you want to delete. Say it's your faces, you want to delete the faces. Okay, so you delete that and the face is hollow. Fantastic. Then we need to go back and go to here. And by the way, all these things you can select them by pressing either 1 or 2 or 3. Okay, so 1, 2 or 3 would select between all these things. So I need to select the edges and hold Alt. I need to select all these mouths. Okay, so I need to press hold Alt, alternate your keyboard and right click on select this. Select this by holding Alt. It selects all the edges around the mouth. Then go back to your front view by pressing 1. By the way, the toggle that you select 1 here is the one on the right side of the one on the top of your keyboard. That's what you use in selecting these ones if you want shortcuts. Okay, otherwise just use the screen. Then you can now start pressing. Oh, by the way, still press this X-ray, because once you enter edit mode, the X-ray turns off. So press it to see it again. Then press E to extrude. Okay, E. Press E. Now, if you extrude, you can move it anywhere you want, and it's not what you want. You want it to follow a straight line and go up. Okay, so just for it to be accurate, you press Z. Okay, press Z, E and Z. Z is the Z axis. Z goes upwards. Okay, so press E and Z, it goes up. You can just follow the ridges here. Okay, you can stop here, press E again, Z, go again, stop here, All right, press E again, Z, go again, stop here, press E again, Z, go again, stop here. I'm trying to stop at the ridges, at the sides, if you know what I mean. So you press E again, go up, and this time around you can stop here, okay, and press E again, go up by pressing Z and take it to the mouth. Now at this point, what you want to do is okay, before you take it up, just stop here, okay, then press S to scale. S is to scale, bring it down a little bit to match up here, then press E again, go up, stop here, then press S again, S on your keyboard, scale it down to the mouth here and stop here. Good. Now you see what it's looking like, right? When you press the middle mouse button, you can come out and take a look at it. Good. Press 1 again to go back to that mode, then go and press E, Z to go up. Okay, you want to get these ridges at the mouth. There are easier ways and other ways to do it, but in fact, just go up. We'll talk about how doing that. We'll do that on a different way. So just take it up and cover up to the mouth right here. Cool, fantastic. We'll deal with these things later. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. It's quite easy. So this is the shape of your bottle, the rough shape of your bottle. Okay, good. Now you notice that we still don't have these we don't have these lines at the right places. Okay, so we can press Ctrl R to add this line. Once you have finished modeling, you need to add this extra. It's called loop cuts. These lines that go like this, they are called loop cuts. Okay, that goes straight and like this, they are loops. So press Ctrl R to add an extra one once you are done with your normal modeling. So you press Ctrl R, this appears. Then if you increase your middle mouse button, if you roll your middle mouse forward, you can add more. If you roll it backward, you can reduce it to 1. But then you click 1. If you click only once, you can make it movable. Then you can move it to where you want it to stay. Okay, so for me, I want it to stay at just here at this ridge here. Okay, because I'm targeting these areas, and you can click another one here and make it stay here. Okay, yeah, and you can equally create more here and make it stay here. And another one, create Control R is how you create the ridges. Control and R, and you'd do another one here and leave it here at this. Then when you are done with that, go back and select your face, and we need to make these two areas come together, and select the under of this by selecting this, and you press 1 and press S to scale it down a little bit, just a little bit. All right, don't worry about these areas that are out, we'll fix them in a bit. So so the bases are actually aligned. Good, that's the first stage. Now the next thing you need to do, press Tab to come out of edit mode, okay, to see what your stuff looks like. All right, so you go to object, quickly go to click objects and go to shade smooth, because right now see the body is actually not smooth, it's actually looking blocky. Right, so go to object, go to shade smooth and press shade smooth. It now looks smooth, right? But the quality is still looking lesser than this. These edges are still looking jagged. So how do you fix that? You click on this spanner here. Modifiers is what it's called. Click on modifiers, go to add modifier, go to generate, and now go to subdivision surface. See, this actually is your best friend when it comes to modeling. It makes things smoother. All right, and makes it look good. So press subdivision surface and you see immediately everything looks very smooth. All right, but it's too smooth because you can see the base is now looking funny. So how do you do that? Press 1, go back to where you are, press tab your keyboard and go to edit. Then go back to your wireframe, your x-ray. Good. Now this time around you need to start to add extra loop cuts to clean up all these extra things. all right, the geometry. So add this loop cut, press, and you know, now we can see that these two sides are not aligned. So press this and press it twice to apply the loop cuts. Then press S because we need this to come around this side. Press S to scale up a little bit, and yeah, comes there, and move this a little bit towards here. Okay, by holding this and dragging it a little bit. Now the base, we want the base to actually, look good. So we're going to off this so we can look at this base very well. So you see what's going on here. So go back to face mode, select face, select the base, and now you selected the base. Press. Okay, by the way, let's go back to 1 and make sure that it's aligned. All right. So, but it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't have to be that perfect. Okay. So how do you fix this base? As you've selected the face, press E, okay, to flatten it, to actually extrude it. So then press S to scale it in a little, so you give it geometries. Because see, the problem is that any place that has one face like this, whereas from that one face a lot of other edges come out, it doesn't actually end up looking good. It actually ends up looking, with lines like this, like has sharp teeth inwards like this. Okay, so it has to actually have geometries that balance these faces inwards. So how do you do that? Press E to extrude and press S to scale it in, and you see it comes in. Right now it's looking like this. Then you can still press E again to scale it in again. Press E again and press S. E first and press S to scale in, and finally E again and press S to scale in again. Now after this last one, what do? You can, because you see here has a bump in, right? So you pull this inward, right? Pull this inward, and it gets that bump in. Okay, fantastic. So we have the bottle. Now this neck is looking different from this. All right, we need to fix that quickly. So how do we do that? You come close here, and you press Ctrl R. Anywhere you see that has a problem with the formation of the edges, when you add a subdivision surface, use loop cuts to fix it. Okay, press Ctrl R, Ctrl and R to add the loop cut. Okay, then move the loop cut closest to the edge that used to be there. Right, let's not merge with the other edge that was there. Let's just come as close as possible, just as close like that. Good, it stops. Then bring this one down to from the top as well. Bring it close to this guy here, and it stops close to it. Fine, that's how you get those things done. Now for these extra details, we are going to just let me see how. Press 1, go back to this view, press this. We're just going to add these things a little bit more random. All right, so these things actually brought in a little bit from here. Okay, now for this is this an edge. I need to delete this extra edge because they're too close. I only need one line here. So I'll press alternate, select this edge by holding alternate, so it selects the whole edge around, and I press X. Please don't select edges here, go to dissolve edge. All right, if you select edges, it will tear off a whole face here. Okay, you don't want that. Press X, then go to dissolve edges, and dissolves that. So good. So all these ridges now have something close by, right? Fantastic. So what do we do? Select all these ridges by holding alternate to your keyboard and select. Hold shift again, holding shift and alternate together. Select this, select this, select this, select this, select this, select this, and select this. Good. Now we need to just bring them in a little bit. Okay, so how do you do that? Let's leave this. Now what we'll do is we're going to bevel these edges by pressing Ctrl B. Hold Ctrl and B, right? Ctrl and press B. Now move your mouse a little bit to the right, or a little bit just a little bit, to create an extra face there. Okay, now this face are what you're going to pull in, so just a little bit like that. Then stop by clicking. All right, right click and click out. Okay, now those faces are there. All right, don't click anywhere else unless you lose these faces. Okay, so as these faces are there, now press E to extrude. Press E, but don't move your mouse. Then press S to scale scale all of them inwards. Okay, then press it to scale it in. All right, so you can see where you're going to, right? See where we're going with that, right? But you see that it's actually scaling in towards, you know, the center. We don't want that to go towards the center. Okay, so what we'll do is let's press escape to cancel everything. Press Ctrl Z to cancel the extrusion. Click on this. See this? They said click on this. You see from median points, change it to individual origins. Okay, click on it. So each of this is going to be scaling on their own individual origins, not at a central point. So you cannot press E to extrude, then press S, then press scale. Okay, each of them now scales in towards themselves. Okay, something not too much, but something that's close to what we're trying to achieve. Okay, yeah, then press, you know, just click out to click that out. So when we go ahead and go back to edit mode, go to object mode, okay, or by just pressing tab, you select object. You see that you have your water bottle body design. Okay, then let's go to the mouth and finish up. Press tab, go back to edit, and you need to add these ridges in the mouth, right? So we'll do the same thing we did there. Press Ctrl R, add a loop cut, then scroll your mouse button up like 2 times, because I think we have like 3 cuts up there. Then click once and click twice. Okay, that gives us those 2 cuts. So we'll do the same thing by beveling those 2 things, give it an extra face to extrude by pressing Control and B, and you scale. You must move it a little bit just to match the mouth. All right, and you click out. Then you now press extrude and E to extrude, then S to scale, then scale it up a little bit outward. All right, good. Or you know what, just scale it a little bit, just a little, not much, a little. Click out, then press E again and scale it a second time because it needs to be sharp. If you do it only once, to be very sharp, then bring it out a little bit more. Okay, good. Then click out again. Fantastic. Now you see the mouth has all that details. Now last thing we're going to add here is you see the bottle is quite good, but it's so thin. You can see the edges, these are so thin. No water bottle or plastic bottle is so thin like paper like this. Okay, so we need to make it a little thick. All right, a little thick. So we'll have to press tab on our keyboard, go back to object mode, look at the bottle, then go to the same spanner here, these modifiers. All right, it's called modifiers. Modifiers will modify whatever thing you have done. Go to generate and go down to solidify. Click solidify, and automatically it actually adds 0.01 meters of thickness to it. All right, you see it's now a little bit thick. It's a little bit thick, but if you want more, depending on the quality of your bottle, okay, you can add maybe 0.02, and you can see it gets thicker. All right, it gets thicker. I just guess I'm okay with this thickness of bottle. So this is our water bottle, and we are done modeling a simple water bottle. If you want to add a cork to it, right? Yeah, I said it. If you want to add a cork to it, like I think that's a cover, right, of a bottle. If you want to add a bottle cover, you can just move your geometry, move your points, this cursor to the mouth here, so that when you add a shape, it comes here straight. So how do you do that? Press tab, go to edit, and press Control Shift, and so just press Control alone. Sorry, not Control, alternate, and select this mouth. Okay, select these edges here. So that will force your cursor, your what do you call this? Your selection cursor to be here. Okay, then once you do that, press Shift and S and select this cursor to selected. So it automatically, what this will do is it will pull this your 3D cursor and come here and place it here. Okay, now press Shift and S, go to cursor to selected, cursor comes here. All right, then you can now tab out of edit mode. All right, then you can now press go to add, go to mesh, and covers are actually supposed to be cylinder. So you press a cylinder comes there. Press S to scale the cylinder in. just to fit the mouth of what you're doing for. All right. Okay. Then you can take it up and press tab, edit, and select, go to face select and select this face because it needs to be hollow. Press X and go to delete faces. Okay, so it needs to have just one face. And yeah, this is a cock, but it's not all. So you need to equally go ahead and add a subdivision surface. Oh, by the way, before you do that, no, just go ahead and add the subdivision surface. Add modifier, go to generate, go to subdivision surface. Once you click on it, it will deform this in a very weird way. Okay, so what do you do? You have to press Ctrl R, add a loop cut. Whenever you add the subdivision surface, add loop cut to fix whatever deformations. All right, click once alone, and take this a little bit up so that you still maintain these curves here from your cock, and add on that loop cut again and bring it down a little bit. Okay, fantastic. Then you need to tab out of edit mode, press tab, go to object, then go to object and go to shade smooth. Okay, fantastic. Then press tab again, go back to edit. Now remember what I told you about having a single face here that doesn't have edges to support these edges here. It's going to look weird. So go to this point, select faces, select this, press E to extrude, press S to scale in a little, press E again, extrude, X to scale in a little, and maybe you can stop there, or you can just do it one more time and no, just stop there. So your cock is ready, but some other cocks have some ridges. Okay, but maybe let me just keep it. Let me keep it simple with you guys. All right. Although let me not keep it simple. I don't want to keep it simple, guys. Although this is a basic tutorial, let me not keep it. Let me just make it just one last detail. Okay, I love details a lot. So when you press this, you can select each of these edges. Select each of these edges by pressing each of these. Select the edge mode. Select one edge. Hold Shift. Select leave a space here, select another edge here, leave a space, select another edge, leave a space, select another edge, or you know what, just select all the edges, just don't leave any space, select all the edges. To make it faster, press C to go to circle select mode and select each of them like this. All right, after every selection, press escape, rotate again, press C, select all of them again, press escape. Good. So all the edges are selected. So you bevel them by creating extra faces by pressing Control and B, and move your mouse a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, fine. Then stop it. Then press E to extrude. You see, and press X. Okay. You know what? Don't bother pressing S. Okay. Don't bother pressing S. It will always extrude in all different sides because we put the setting to focus on individual origins. Okay, so just move it out just a little bit out, like that. All right, and do it a second time. Press E again and extrude a little bit, just a little bit out again, and yeah, we're done. So you can press tab and tab out of edit mode, and you see we have a cock like this. Some cocks are like that, so you can pull this down here to cover your drink. Okay, to cover your stuff. So we'll have a drink. Okay, we'll have a water bottle. So guys, thank you very much for following through to the tutorial. If you have any questions, you can drop it on the comment section. I would go through it and I would try my best to respond. And yeah, just make sure you subscribe, and I'll be dropping new videos every week. This is your introduction to Blender. If you're first time in Blender, first time using Blender, I hope this helps you to actually get started. So this is just basic modeling, and maybe later we'll go into more advanced modeling, and by the next video you should we'll take a look at advanced modeling in the next video, and after which you go